Welcome in episode 47 of the Bama Geeks podcast. Hello. Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Are we going to run through the different languages again? Are you good?
I mean, I could.
No, we're fine.
Okay.
All right. Go back to listen to episode 46 if you need your many ways to say hello in different languages. Jess is your translator. Yeah, howdy. That's the best one for us.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
Howdy.
So I'm Brock. With me always Jess and Kevin and Bo. We are almost 2 years strong with this thing. We are creeping up on it.
Time flies.
Time does fly. But I hope your year has gotten off to a good start. We're ready for February to get here. And it's coming right after this week. And we got a lot of fun things planned for this upcoming weekend to hopefully send January off with a bang, I hope. And speaking of bangs.
Yeah, somebody's got a loud stereo system going down our street right now.
Oh, well, I wasn't talking about that.
Oh, okay.
Is it the white charger? It's the white charger, isn't it?
It could very well be. But we were talking about going out with a bang in our Patreon feed, which we just spent the first few minutes. We gave you a couple of bangers.
Yes.
A couple of good stories. One including my grandfather shooting out his television due to a wrestling match.
Yes.
That's
Jess spent a little bit of time reading us some Yelp reviews. It was and it sounds like that's probably not.
We talked about some well-known places in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That we will not frequent at all.
Yeah.
But okay, so moving on.
Okay. Hey, if you want to know
join
about
Patreon and you'll get to see it.
There it is. Patreon.com/BamaGeeks, $5 a month, and you can hear what I personally.
Hey, we got some very, very, very important information about Enterprise, Alabama, also now. So
yeah. If you guys are familiar with Enterprise and the Boll Weevil, we gave you that story. And if you have not seen the memes about the Ronald McWeevil, the Ronald McDonald outside Enterprise McDonald's, that's a Boll Weevil.
Mm-hmm.
We're sure you've seen that picture. That thing has been seen in a lot of places, and it lives in Enterprise, and we got to see it up close and personal.
I did
this weekend
with my own eyes.
That's right. She got out and tried to hug it, and there's a lot of arms to hug. So, but we shared all these stories that really will not go on the main feed for reasons.
Ever.
Yeah. So join a Patreon if you want to hear those. That'll be the bonus content for episode 47. So, but we'll get around and talk about what's been up. I never remember anymore who went. So I think Kevin, you went first last time.
I did.
So Bo, anything up these last couple of weeks for you?
Usually, I'm trying to think. It runs all together after a while. Not too much. I tell you though, like I said, I know we try to avoid the talk about being old, but I'll go ahead and throw that out there.
Start us off.
Yes, well, this is the most recent thing, but very interesting. My wife, she's a travel nurse, so she's now working out of town doing the traveling thing. Well, Friday night, Oliver spent the night with one of his friends, so I was like, all right. It was first of all weird being at home by myself when I'm so used to somebody being there. Like it was just me, the dog, and the cats, and the critters. So I was like, all right, I can stay up late and play video games and do cool stuff. So like I said, Oliver left. It was around 7 p.m. So after then, I was like, all right, cool. Get settled down. I played, a couple of games of Spirit Unleashed, like 1 or 2. And then this is like, it comes through and it's around 10:30. I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, I'm too tired to play a game. So I put the game down. I just started watching stuff. And then about 5 minutes till 11, I'm doing... For those, I'm head bobbing.
I'm
like, I was like, well, all right, I'm done. So it turned in for this cool night of, hey, I can stay up late and be crazy, do whatever I want to do. To I am going to sleep. That's what I want to do. So
party times.
Yes.
Jess and I don't blame you at all.
It was very unfair because normally I'm good about staying up late. Of course, I'd got up early that morning. I'd been up since about 5 a.m. that day, so I guess it caught up with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
Beyond that, and like I said, even though I'm still not watching Andor, which I'm going to try to correct, I've been watching more 90s television. I've went down the rabbit hole of starting a rewatch of Deep Space Nine, which forgot how good it was. And then
Such
now
a good show.
I'm also throwing in a few episodes of Seinfeld.
Very nice.
So yeah, I've been on a '90s TV kick. I guess I'm also reached the old man age of watching stuff I remember from a time frame better than I do now. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I've not much very interesting going on. It's been got some things coming up eventually we'll do. But then that, it's not much going on with me.
Okay. Kev, how about you, man? You've been active.
Well, let's continue on that whole we're old train, okay? Let's keep this rolling. Let's keep this train rolling. So, as you guys may have remembered, I have a fence around my backyard that I am almost complete with. Finally got a time scheduled with a good friend of mine. He came down and helped me dig another 19 holes for posts in the backyard. So I'm that went surprisingly well. I was waiting for the anvil to follow me all day long because I was like, the other ones took like 7-8 hours to do less than that. So went surprisingly well. And then afterwards I was like, you know what? I've still got most of the day left. I'm just going to go and hook up the trailer, go down to Home Depot, load up stuff, get everything ready. And here I am. I come back home and, went up there. And one of the things that I need for this is concrete. I've probably gone through 2 tons plus of concrete at this point with all of the posts that I've put up. This is going to be no exception. So I loaded about 1,800 pounds of concrete onto the trailer with the help of an associate. But guess who got to unload that when we got home?
Yep.
This guy. I had my nifty riding mower to help me move it, but it's still, you have to lift it up, move it over, take it off. And that was that was 20 plus bags of 80-pound concrete. It was heavy. And I felt really, really bad because I had the girlfriend was visiting. She came in later in the day, and then the next day it was just like, hey, let's go do something. Hey, I can't move.
Yeah, my arms are jelly.
Yes, that was basically me this morning. I was just like, I just don't want to do much of anything. I just feel like I'm about to die. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think everybody that's listening to this podcast has had an instance where you work too hard and your body just said, I hate you. And I hope you never do that again. And I'm going to make sure you never do that again because I'm going to show you how bad it hurts. But as you start getting older, that starts getting worse. I've noticed like they get worse and worse and worse. It's like now, here it is. I mean, we're recording this. It is almost 9:00 at night, and I still feel the same. It sucks, like really bad. So I was like trying to figure out when I'm going to start painting, and I'm like, you know what? Painting is great. Painting is phenomenal because it is a very low intensity activity. I think I could probably do that without,
It could be therapeutic.
Yeah. So, assuming the temperatures hold up, that'll be what I'll be doing to this week is painting and hopefully getting all that ready. But yeah, it's pretty much been pretty much prepping to start working on this fence and finally getting it finished. So Kevin the Bob Vila is back in action.
That's right. Kevin the Builder.
Vila. Yes, Kevin the Builder. There you go.
Well, awesome. The last 2 weeks for you, Jess, have been
we did prior to our last recording on Sunday. Me and you went to Brock and I went to Monday Night Raw in Birmingham.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have been. We did do that since the last time.
We did that and had a great time for that. It's kind of a weird, I guess, a weird situation in the WWE right now. We were kind of hoping we would get some people would show up, but they didn't. And it was kind of more like a filler kind of episode
because it was the same night as the national championship game.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of things suffered, but I still had a good time.
No,
we had a great time.
Had a blast.
There just wasn't as much, kind of story advancement in some things, but nonetheless, it was a good show, and we enjoyed being there. Being there with a live audience and seeing that live as opposed to sitting on the couch and watching it here. So a lot of fun that night. we enjoyed ourselves.
It was, and to me, the best part was actually seeing what happens during the commercial breaks, because you're sitting there watching. If you watch WWE Raw, the deals, which their commercial breaks are always horribly timed.
Mhm.
It's either right after a match starts, or I don't know, but it was interesting. You could tell, or like when the intros are going on, sometimes people will be walking to the ring, then they'll cut to the commercial. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, do they spend those 3 or 4 minutes, just constantly playing the music,
Nope.
the intro music, and everybody's just waiting around the ring and whatever? No, they actually have a lot of interactive stuff. That they will cut the theme music, and then go, hey, show us your best sign or best pose, or John Cena can't see me.
And I've noticed if they were in the ring, they would kind of darken the ring there while the commercials was going on, kind of indicate that they weren't live, they weren't on TV at that time.
And the wrestlers would interact with the fans a little bit, do some fun things in the ring or whatever. But then when the lights came back on, you knew that they were about to come back from commercial, and so the music would kick back up, and they do that. So to me, that was really, or they'd show video packages or stuff.
The seats were great. Our seats were fantastic.
You can see us on, if you go back and watch the January 9th episode, and you can actually see us a handful of times in the crowd.
Yeah, when they did the real wide shot from the face in the ring from the hard camera. Yeah. We got razzed a little bit because one of the pictures that Brock shared on social media had me standing up, kind of cheering, and Brock was sitting down. I can assure you that Brock was involved, and he was participating and celebrating during the show as well. We just kind of caught him in one moment where he happened to be.
That's how it goes, the profile picture tag photo thing.
Yeah. I got told, boy, you look like you're bored. I'm like, I had just sat down. I had been cheering. But the thing is we wanted to make sure that Birmingham, we wanted to make sure our crowd was, at least active and loud, and because they've had a couple of shows in recent weeks, like in the crowd from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, that were just dead.
They got razzed so hard,
and people on social media were just like, your crowd is horrible, and just made for a worse show. And so we're up there yelling and getting everybody else around us to yell, because we're like, we cannot let Alabama has a bad reputation or stigmatism or whatever, from many things. But at least for this one thing, while we're here, we can help contribute and say, look, at least we're a fun crowd. And it was. The crowd was great that night.
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun with that. And since then, really, that's really been the only major event or major thing
that's been the fun thing
we've done. The fun thing,
Otherwise, for us, it's been work and unfortunately another funeral. We had to go to my hometown of Geneva, Alabama, for over the weekend. But
what about that? What about that thing you're wearing there, Jess?
No.
We did that too last week.
Thank you.
I forgot about it. I wanted to make sure you mentioned it, or Brock, you mentioned it.
Kevin, this past Friday night, Friday a week ago. Jess, stand up. If you're watching on YouTube at all, she is wearing a Birmingham Bulls hockey jersey, and it's Mando armor with Grogu in the satchel. On it. And so Kevin, Jess, and I all went to Star Wars night at the Birmingham Bulls hockey game. Friday was a week ago.
Yeah, the 13th. Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. That's right. They didn't do a horror night that night.
Man, and the Bulls killed it, man.
Yeah.
They did a really good job.
Yeah, what the score was, about 5-3.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of power plays and everything else. I mean, we had a great time.
Yeah.
Had great seats, and got to sit behind the opposing goalie for 2 of the periods and razz him along with the rest of the crowd, because he kept letting goals in.
Oh.
And we got Whataburger swag too.
Yes, we did. Did I put that up already? I did. Nope. Check. If you're on YouTube, check this out. At Dead Air, somebody.
Hey. Brock's reaching behind him right now to show you the Whataburger swag that we picked up.
And I just lost the.
Oh my God.
The one thing we wanted to show off it just dropped.
And we just got through talking about how this is mostly an audio podcast, and we're already going to start showing off stuff.
Because my camera has been glitching out, and so I've been been concerned about that. So y'all talk while I look for this.
Well, this usually is one of the
nice.
clip parts, so I mean, that's part of the show
Yeah.
off. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can, this will be in a clip we can show off. Right.
Well,
Okay,
I also did like a social media post like that night of,
Yeah.
you know, I still sport the Boba Fett jersey that they did last year
Yeah.
because that's the
Yeah.
jersey that I wanted as I'm a big Boba Fett guy. I mean, done.
I wish I need the Bulls to get back on my schedule because every weekend they have a home game. Is my opposite one of you guys.
We need a lot of things to get on
Yeah,
your
we need everything on
Yeah,
your
yeah.
schedule.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
what I need is to win the lottery, so I don't have to go to work.
This is
what
true.
actually is different.
that helps.
Yeah.
So true.
But yeah, Whataburger was there, and if you had the app on your phone, they gave you swag, and so I immediately pulled up mine because I eat at Whataburger all the time. But they gave us these little koozies.
That's
little
awesome.
Ketchup. Here, let me.
Looks like the ketchup package. Make yourself.
Get your
fancy.
zoom
I
on
know.
you.
I'm solo here. I don't want to be
Oh.
solo.
So don't mess with your camera settings. Bro.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, you know.
Mhm.
But here we go. The Whataburger,
Fancy
the
ketchup.
the
Mhm.
fancy, not the spicy ketchup, but the fancy ketchup.
I love the spicy ketchup.
Yes, you do.
Spicy is tasty.
Yes, it is. It's really good. And then they gave us sunglasses, little Whataburger sunglasses.
They're pretty good little sunglasses too.
Yeah, and because it's Whataburger, they are forgiven that they're orange.
Yeah.
Because they are that Tennessee color.
That's
but
what
they're-
Wouldn't it be Texas though?
No, because Texas is burnt orange, just like
Yeah.
Auburn.
Okay.
This is Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
I was just thinking, would it be in
that
a
color
Texas
triggers me, so it's got to be Tennessee.
Yeah.
thing?
But they also gave us beanies, toboggans
That's
to some of
awesome.
us here in the South.
Yeah.
They're
A little-
toboggans.
Yeah. I grew up with them toboggans. People call them beanies, but either way, they keep your head warm.
Yep.
And then what I thought, because here's what I was associating. Whataburger equals food, right?
Mm.
These are things that you
Mhm.
ingest. So they handed us these. And I'm like, that's awesome. We've got breath spray or something. It's got a
No,
clip.
it's a
It looks like
Tide pen. Come on.
It does. It looks like a Tide pen. But I'm thinking it's like a breath spray because you pop the top off and there's, you press down and
It's like a spray.
it sprays out. And I'm like,
Mhm.
this is great. And I almost
I
No.
almost had him convinced to do it. Almost had him
almost was about to spray this in my mouth. And then I like, you know what? I need to put my glasses on and actually look and see what this thing is. And so you turn it over and there is like, it's kind of like a nutrition label because it's got all your facts and everything right there.
all the more reason to put it in your mouth. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm thinking. It's a throat spray, breath spray or something. But then itty bitty tiny right here, hand sanitizer.
Yep.
And I'm like,
we
thank
almost
goodness.
did it, guys. It was so close.
But it's like you said, breath spray because burgers have onions on them, and
Not my burgers.
No, not your burgers.
No,
You're a
keep that
meat and
off it.
cheese only guy, except for your ketchup or whatever else. But Yeah.
But Bo's favorite mayonnaise.
Mm.
yeah. But yeah, we did go to Star Wars night and got my cool little jersey. We had a great time.
Yeah, a lot of fun that night.
Mhm.
It's always fun to get with Kevin and go to hockey games, and hopefully one day we'll get to go with Bo.
Yeah.
it's-
All four of us at a hockey game, man. The world's gonna stop turning. It's gonna.
I was
going
gonna
to
say it's gonna cause a PK surge of
yes.
fast.
Epic proportions.
Yes, I am.